So how do we manage our walk with God and keep serving in ministry, stay submitted to my shepherd when God has requested the ultimate sacrifice from you? So let me give you these few points. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to see. So listen, the first point I want to lift from this text. Understand this. Tests always involve a sacrifice. Because y'all like to always talk about, Pastor, I'm just a season of, it's trials, tribulation, I'm being tested. Okay, tests always involve a sacrifice. Says in verse 1, it says, now it came to pass after these things, God tested Abraham. So God said, I'm going to see if you really about that life. You talk a good game. You say you about it. You say you down. Now let's see if there's any walk to that talk. God tested him, says, Abraham. He said, here I am. He said, now, take now your son, your only son Isaac. Don't confuse it with Ishmael. Don't. The only one I gave you is Isaac. So let's not confuse it with, the promise with your natural performance. Says, take him, the one whom you love. I know you love him. God's building it up. He says, go to the land of Moriah and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains which I shall tell you. What? Wait. Hold on. I think we got bad connection. Let me call you back. I got a lot of static in the line. I could have sworn you said you want me to go take Isaac and sacrifice him on the mountain. But I know you wouldn't ask something like that because you my God and you know my heart. So Abraham rose early in the morning, saddled his donkey, took two of his young men with him, and Isaac and his son, split the wood for the burnt offering, arose and went to the place which God had told him. Then on the third day, Abraham lifted his eyes and saw the place from afar. And Abraham said to his young men, stay here with the donkey, and the lad and I will go yonder and worship, and we'll come back to you. So understand, God will test you to see what you are or are not willing to sacrifice. God will test, because there's things that you say that if God asks me to do it, I'm going to do it. And you will say that until he asks you to do it. Because then when he asks you for it, now you hesitate and you don't hear God right. And you need to pray and fast about it. I wasn't sure that was your voice, God. Listen, I need Pastor, Deaconess Williams, can you set up a schedule, meeting with Pastor? I need to talk to Pastor, because I need to make sure I'm hearing God right. And, you heard him? Some people will sacrifice their treasure for the church, but are not willing to sacrifice their time and their talent. Some people say, Pastor, I'm going to fund the vision. Great. Appreciate your seed. But God says your body is a living sacrifice. So what about your talent and your time? So why is it that you give the man all your talent and time, but you won't give the king your talent and time? Why is it that your job always gets the best of you and the kingdom gets the rest of you? Why is it always that way? See, God, Brianna, will find out where that line in the sand is for you. He gonna find it. Because you got him. Listen, I remember as kids, the line was the fight line. And so you're like, oh, it's a fight, 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 it's a fight. And so you be like, first you got to do, first is the line. That's the first thing is the line. Cross that line, you want to fight. And so then everybody's like, ooh, what are he going to do? And then the person's like, and so then you be like, oh, hell. What am I going to do? You know, okay, what other tricks I got up my sleeve because I really don't want to fight? Okay, let's do the stick. Let's do the stick on the shoulder. You know, whoever knocked the stick off the shoulder, you know, because you can't pass the first lick. That's what Mama said. You can't pass the first lick. If somebody hits you, you can hit them back. So if you knock the stick off my shoulder, you technically hit me first. You know, because you really wasn't trying to engage in hand-to-hand combat. You really ain't built like that. You just had a reputation that you was trying to uphold. And you don't want to look bad out there in them elementary school streets. So there was a line drawn, and you had to respond now that someone crossed that line. So what God does is God finds out where your lines are and crosses them. You say, my mom and daddy said I can't never have less than $1,000 in my savings. That anybody got less than $1,000 is worse than an infidel. So then Prophet Frimpong comes. And he says, listen, you know, the Lord says $1,000. You know, and you're like, ooh, I got it, but it's the prophet. It's the prophecy. You know, he might speak into the foolery of my family. So I'm going to go ahead and sow this 1,000. Okay, now you got zero in your account. So now what do? Because you crossed over the line. You said, listen, I'm going to give the church because, you know, I'm a calculator, I'm a planner. Listen, I give, you know, I want to be balanced in my life, you know. So, you know, I want to make sure that I give the church my number of hours. And so, listen, I've committed to giving the church 4.30 hours per week. You know, and I ain't going to do more than that. You know, and so you're going to leave in the middle of the back school bash because you reach your 4.3 and you decide to clock out. What happened to the kids that was in the line? I'm off. I told y'all 4.3. You know, you say, listen, the way I'm built is I just do Sunday. I go to church on Sunday. That's how my family always did, Sunday. You know, and I'll be like, hey, we'll see you Wednesday night for huddle, huh? What? Huddle for what? Anybody trying to huddle up? Hell, I'm going to huddle home. It's Wednesday. My kids got school tomorrow. I got to go to work. I might stream in. I might not. Talking about come in person. I'm saying, miss me with that. It's the line. You know, after COVID, we had a line. Because some of y'all said, you know, listen, I like this streaming thing. You know, this is comfortable. I like this. You know, so my line right now is, you know, I'm staying at home. And then you're like, okay, all right, Pastor, I'll come second and fourth. You know, and then I keep messing with you. Okay, Pastor, I'll do first, second, and fourth. And I'll throw in one huddle per month. You happy? This ain't no negotiation. Understand, listen, whatever, Courtney, that you hold sacred, God will ask you to sacrifice it.
That's right.
And he will poke and prod till he finds what it is that you hold near and dear and then ask you for it.
Yes. That's right.
How dare you, God? Like, I just got that. Yeah, just give it back. So, some of you are complaining because you're like, Pastor, seems like I stay stuck in this season. You're stuck in the season. It's on repeat because you keep having to repeat the test. And you're repeating the test because you're not willing to make the sacrifices necessary to pass the test.
Right. That's right. You're helping.
Tests always involve a sacrifice.